de yetie sesi a yedampan ye nam sa tentrehuro ya ye ni hwesofo sanse ye ni omampani si anuguso ye kasai ne nyina ene sem wo hwe omeya mamra ya yetintim no afiapma henkura de okonomienu 1992 constitution no a sadia amammuo hyehyɛ ye etie ankasa nom ye hwe article 60 ho no na kyeremu pa yie sadia odi omeyi so ya wo ya sojafo nyina so sadom commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces ayo mampani a Ghana ato abade ama no na se woni ho a na bedi akyire ya yeto aba no wo twiusa edidi na kyire se woni no na beko wuo mu enkwammo ba bi a woni na ekro no wono na behwe kyire na se wono ni ho a amamra no ne fa no ekire se e wo sa speaker of parliament nipa wo ya kyiame hene wo Ghana mra hye bedwafie right honorable enkase de enkaria right honorable Abensman Kingsford Bagbin wono na ehwa toto niema se de be ya o me betimi akwanenim na ahwe so kra na se wono ni ho a emra na ma ho kwan se yamma chief justice ya wo maimu ensof na mu na wonsai na wonye omampani bro ni beka se in the interim se de be ya se omampani ba ana ya speaker of parliament ba ana se omampani abede akire ba na ni tumi na sa na wo mato aso ne akoyenim na so ya kasa se ye you know omampani atia ne na achi oni ho eno achi nyina ye nim se ye maame professor Jane na no poku agima o ye omampani abede akire no ne ho dodo no kakra woni Ghana habre kakra nie ya wo kwa abrochi memu kohwe ne ho yade nti on de woni ha dadaada eno akire no speaker of parliament agwampani ni ho a won na behwe akire no wono so ni ho watu kwan ye kasa de abeye nyaluahye na abeye da awire twe kakra eye chief justice a enko no na behwe akire se omampani akire na omampani ba oba beto na adwuma so na nka ye maame esaba araba tokunu sesi a ye kasa ye maame ya twena sense kakra enam kwa adu bia enipa bi di abɔ no wɔ n'adwuma wo ye yemu amyate bedwakuo se wo munye hwehwemu emfa ne nsɛm huntie sei wɔte nkyɛn ene ye di onipa fofora ba wo no wo hwɛ kyire se chief justice enti wo no wo ye obi a wo ye hwesoma me enti wɔntimi bɛka se fie ne dia da bi no abegyina mu mpo abɛka se wo ba bedi ade se Ghana mampanin eno nti otimi ontimi ni ade saa emma ne nye yie eno na ama se ya Ghana ada mpanyama enkwama se ahyase a enipa dodo no ebo kyerɛ se obi a ni Ghana ha de a na ne Ghana no ye gyina ha se ya to aba wie de emra no wɔ hɔ se enipa bi ha kyerɛ so mampani a ya to aba ama no ni hɔ a ɔnwe kyerɛ de nanso so obi a ni hɔ obi a kɔ se enipa e betimi asu ahwe nanim kakra chief of staff wɔno so memra nkase wɔnye mampani a na wɔnwe kyerɛ da bi emra ne nkasa enti ama se Ghana for dodo no a na ebisa esu se na esese yekoye ana ye bae ya ye ayi sansankroma ye ni agya ye ni na ene ne na musawisi a ye maame ni we papa ni ho hwan na ehwe o man yi so amamra mu no eno ne asem a ye bisa na amani pa dodo no ade wo ma no atomu bia wo mo eka bibisa anopa ya asem be hwe a kan ne pani ananka wo ye chiame na be de kire wodi nkan wo Ghana mra hye bedwafie kan ne be kwa mra hye bedwani odumanyamfo Joseph Oseusu Joe Wise e kasafa ho ka se wo hwe a sa hyehyeye na ekoso ne sa ade na ekoso o man mu no enye kra anya bie kra na wo sampanimfo enan ba ko wo a wo hwe kire se omampanin ne eja Ghana mpan sa na we fa ne bag a hon we fa ne bottle a hon we fa ne bag a hon a amwa ma Ghana yentimi enkoye ni maseminti ye rosi ensa ebeka ye political analyst ba ko aben ye ka amanyesem a waben pa Dr. Jonathan Asante okire ne na bonkomo na ade wo ya ekoso de ama na ekoso enu achi ensembisa ba ko mienu ni mensa bia ka ho wase ebisa na boa me ehunu ba bia sese Ghana yaduro ene ba bia ye pempen kɔ no ye gusu ebusina ho ma no se yensa ebeka no yensa ka doctor ye ne bekasa na nkyeremu bia wo we mu no ode amayen yenya no ne de esi yenkwe osiafo ya to ansam no so ayekwe yenim me ba cho your Facebook page ne ye adwuma enti wadwenkyere wo ho a fa to one yenkenken fa ma wo Angel 102.9 FM na your WhatsApp line nso so 0598 988 686 0598 988 686 ma usankrofo bi ahase etro fire wa ha no mojai enkofa ahase fire blaze bo wadwen na kire wadwen asem bi ababia yen yasem Ghana for yan yasem tika bi why kabi wo fie ho na yenkenkan fama na bibia enkoso yesa ye chini asan akọ na ye ne doctor wono ene doctor Jonathan Asante ochire edi nkomo ne nyina eye Ghana memmo sede oman emra ye tintim na afiat ma hankura de okromie no 1992 constitution article 60 no eka no kire sede administration e wo se ekọ e wo man Ghana mu ne sede aban ya otisu sese ya administration no eye sese ne tibia ye timu Ghana ha sese ya no ye nkonkodi ho nkomo do akoti yanka angel kase asuni majoe ba chati menka mete onka pa me da ase ebru menim se ho ye nso
ade da chami
ya da na se ayi yanhwai amampani sese Ghana ya tibia sese ya se kobasa se de ya mathematics na aba bedru no Ghana de football nti yanhwada ya sha se ayemo ye homodin nti mass de ya na ye ya de amampani ni ho na be de akire ni ho speaker of parliament ni ho sese ye ni substantive chief justice the owo sese ya na acting a wo hwe akire mode munim amamram munim amanyosem mo eba no se yi a hwan na sabe wo show man yi atoto ade ama yen said de mra no te no ya fra atwede ne sanea besi form sa no a se hwan so na adrei
Yomna ba me da wase ma minchia angel TV ahwefo ne etiefo nyina enwumre
ya jeso
we need to distinguish between just the mere form, the structure, and the substance of everything that we do in terms of politics and governance. I'm say we are focusing so much on the superficial, and Yama and said that and they focus on some penny a brave other saying, oh, someone penny vice president who you are. Yes, the speaker must in as the one acting as the president. But in fact, some does it cease to be the president of this country? It has not. You know, I was not one of them. One company. He was trying to defend because expected. He went in the name of the country, Kebbi. I mean, God could this help you way. I will mind it, you know. In the time, could this help you mind it, you know.
Hello, dog. Dog, where dey wadaroma ni die mu se ka betimi agina yie kakra e de amase wa homa ne mu twitwi kakra na ye nhwe ubetimi
MTN network de
mesra wa dog ka geti vingi ye nya asem wadaroma fe yengo
you know apart from Serbia nipa no ye incapacitated and we are in the world of electronics. Your physical body and your present. But that being said, there is that constitutional question as to whether say vice president speakers all in the geographical space of the country called Ghana. The fourth person and also take over, and that is supposed to be the Chief Justice. And they are raising constitutional crisis. We are in a constitutional crisis because the acting Chief Justice ought to have been sworn in. I don't know who is supposed to have done the swearing in. But I think it is more superficial. It is just mere form. Because when you are I will say, your state, which is on my, and your abiding, which is government. Sometimes, nobody will say, abiding performing the role of the state. Other times, when we say abiding everyone, MPP abiding, abiding you. They are not running the state again. So you can have sometimes a distinction between the state and government. Other times, the government can be equated to the state. And these people may not be present, but the state still exists. And at this point in time, we have an acting Chief Justice. The only qualifier there is acting. The denominator is Chief Justice. Therefore, he can easily perform the role of these three individuals are mere absent. because the CNO Mampeni apart CEOs.
But dog, where they mean chawano? I want your gray area kakra because or you acting that's the constitution no a campaign say whether acting or substantive chief justice can act or be sworn in say president in the absence of the three no.
Well, I don't know about the constitutional provision. I think that the drafters of the constitution might not have anticipated the situation. Free jurisdiction of the country, say the fourth person who is supposed to take over no, is now is in an acting capacity. But the mimicry say CEOs are power, they are all in acting, but they are functional CEOs. So the common denominator want to say they are chief executive officers in acting. So acting is just a modifier or a qualifier. It does not take away the functions that they are performing as CEOs of the various institutions. So in the same capacity, if you have an acting, it does not in any way disqualify him from acting as the acting president in the absence of the president, the vice president, and the speaker. There is no constitutional crisis. That being said, there was structures in place as the country, and only state, that is the state I was talking about. And and now only our MPP are buying, they are no longer in government. But governance has not they have a new government that is functioning. And with this, when you make a distinction, you can make a distinction between the state and government. And we have the state that has its own structures. We have the IGP, we have the CDRs, we have the prisoners, we have the fires, we have the immigration. So in terms of state security, it is still intact. We still have the civil service. They are functioning. We have the accountant, the controller, and all those, they are functioning. And so the state is still intact. The state, at this point in time, can be distinguished from government. But the government has an interface with the state, and they perform the role assigned to them by the state. In this case, we have three of these, bulwarks going out of this country. It still does not, in any way, take away the fact that the acting chief justice can equally act as well. But that being said, the president being outside this jurisdiction does not mean that he still not functioning as president of this republic.
Okay. Now, doctor, in this situation, situation I won't say CA, to say they would mono because of even technology, and yes, any physical absence, I was say, yeah, BBM, baby, be out as a president. But is it not a little scary now that you need sa and penny for? You can say you need physically, you need penny physically. You say or share the administrative work of minor. And you whom my as a sovereignty, and you whom my as a state.
You say as some will be it is because of our checkered history of having experienced various coups. And I don't think I'm a team to amount here. The state is still functioning. It's still functioning. If there is no government, by virtue of where I am working as a member or unit of the state will still pay me through the various processes. And I don't need a president or vice president or the presence of a speaker for me to get paid because the state is functioning. And all assigned roles with respect to institutions, everybody is functioning. His presence or absence does not in any way detract or take away the fact that the state is not functioning. The state is indeed functioning, and that for me is something that is much instructive in terms of governance structure. But because of
Doctor, I'm some come away, Nancy, and Yagusua, boss uncle Moenti, Yangan Kajabi, one naturally, and Cheche Mufo Frobia, Yano, Yabana, Yabonco, when you may a dasapano bre.
Also, Namasa.
Also, for the Anani Kasa, ye, or be our be one man, your same pa, or a political analyst, Dr. Jonathan Ochre, Asante and Asante Ochre, and I see and no ebo and common. I say, and Crawford Brasha, see a drop it in comments, no, fire blazy bassa, Crawford drop it, we cried the Antonio or Taifa, was a wow, hey, no president in Ghana. Ena or the exclamation sign no kakraka ba ku bia bo se pawu ena wo kire na dwen wo hono na obi si ye blazy yenso ye guso afa ye nti so blazy me se bo wadwen ka wadwen na ka wadwen wo ka bi mi ka bi mo obi antimi nya obi abibia obro obi anya obi ahwe ko ye Facebook page no so na ka wadwen oba ye WhatsApp page no so a na wa drop ye be kenkan ne kama e de amawo yenkọ yenim yo e da so agina ha yo